So Audra is first. Audra Dinell. She is the founder and CEO of The Thread, applying her bold vision and action-oriented approach to transform women's confidence and leadership ability. Boomerang, who has worked in markets all across the country and returning home to Wichita in 2020. Audra is married to her high school sweetheart. Can you say that? Her high school sweetheart and the mother of 2 little boys. Welcome, Audra.
I'm Audra Dinell, a wife of nearly 15 years, mom to 2 boys, ages 8 and 6, both who are here tonight. I'm an entrepreneur, a creative, and I also have a diagnosis of ADHD. Did you know the average age of a woman who is diagnosed is 38? That's the age I was when I went into my doctor's office to ask about testing because everything in my world felt just so overwhelming. But we've all been there, right? I mean, it's 2025. Who's not overwhelmed? But this felt different. It felt constant. And while I would most often label it as burnout, it felt relentless. And it really didn't make sense as to why I kept burning out. I mean, I loved my work. I made my own hours. My husband and I had stopped at 2, and therefore we could play defense. I have lots of family support. We're healthy. Life was good. But there were little signs along the way that I had ADHD. Like when I was a kid and my mom asked me to clean my room, and I would, I promise. It's just that I got sucked into the latest issue of Cosmo Girl, and it told me I was preppy, so I had to take all of my clothes out of my closet before I could put anything back in. Sorry, Mom. Or the time in college when one of my sorority sisters shared her Adderall in the library, and I was finally able to study on a subject that was boring as hell for hours. In my 20s, I moved to Colorado and worked for a marketing agency. There I participated in an idea generation competition, and alongside my partner, I smoked the rest of the contestants, hands down. In my 30s, I took a job offer in Hawaii. At the same time, I was 6 months pregnant with our first child. But hey, impulsivity isn't always a bad thing, right? My family and I moved back to the Midwest 5 years ago. In that time, I have been able to cook up a business that I love with locations in multiple states that serve literally hundreds of women. But somehow I haven't managed to get my Kansas driver's license. ADHD is like when the GPS says, turn left, but your brain takes a scenic detour through childhood memories, a new business idea, the movie you haven't seen yet, and then it forgets where you're going altogether. Recently, one of our sons was diagnosed with ADHD as well. And after working with my family for several months, his seriously cool therapist shared in a soft but pointed way that I knew ADHD was hereditary, didn't I? Speaking of sons, there was that one time that I couldn't get the details right for the life of me, and therefore my husband chose to drive himself home from his own vasectomy. Okay, maybe that's not ADHD, maybe that's just men. Finally, when I told my team at work that I was getting tested, they not only pre-confirmed my diagnosis without a doubt before I even walked into the psychologist's office. But here's the great thing about an ADHD diagnosis, especially because we love hyperfocus. It's a brand new rabbit hole for us to dive down, and that's our zone of genius. We can also learn how to work with it. Even more so, when you have a diagnosis, you can talk about it. You can normalize it. You can help the world broaden their perspective. And let's be real, I have never met an ADHDer that doesn't love to talk. Have you? Word on the street is that we're in good company. Simone Biles, Michael Phelps, Michael Jordan, Walt Disney, Dave Pilkey, Britney Spears. Okay, maybe it's not all good company. But you get the point. ADHDers are natural barrier breakers. We're world changers. Our brains don't follow the rules, and that's a gift. We connect dots others don't even see. This type of thinking allows for innovation, disruption, and out-of-the-box solutions. We have radical drive. Many ADHDers face years of criticism, misunderstanding, and systems that weren't built for us, and yet we persist. We build workarounds. We show up with creativity and grit. We bring the energy to change things. ADHDers are driven by interest, urgency, and passion, which means when we care about something, we're unstoppable. We're often the first to raise our hand, spark momentum, or push for change. We embrace our neurodivergency because, like our old friend Dr. Seuss says, why fit in when you were born to stand out?